Like he tried it. He came in strong and went out weak, very weak.
You really?
Um,
This guy said, Soko, you die tonight. And then got
yeah,
smoked.
no, yeah, like just got his neck slit. Like what? And then thrown away. This guy died. This guy was in the show for like an hour tops. And oh yeah, and he keeps flicking his stupid like, dude,
and
like
then
you're not cool.
and then they
Like
used it to light Soko's cigar at the end after they killed him.
yeah, goofy. What's up, guys? It's your favorite Dyad here, and we are back with Arcane. We just finished watching Act 3, and we want to make a final character tier list for you guys. So, we put all the characters down there. We're ready to toss them on the list and talk about it. Um, yeah, I mean,
This is probably gonna be a long video.
probably. If you guys are Arcane fanatics, you will love it. If you guys want to see, like, I guess the final, like, setup, maybe you skip to the end or something, or you listen. It doesn't matter. But um, nonetheless, I guess we can get this started. Are we going down the list?
Yeah, man. We can go with Young Echo.
All right. Well, let's start
Well,
with.
we already talked about Young Echo. I'm pretty sure he was here.
Well, yeah, but I guess like he's no longer young, so I guess he wouldn't move. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I guess.
right. So yeah, Young Echo, in our first video we've ever made on the channel, we talked about how he's a very good informant in Act One. He pays attention, he listens, and even though he's not necessarily involved in all of the drama of the show, he's still a great character nonetheless. So we put him in B tier. He's very, very good. You can't not like Echo, especially in Act One. He's very, he's a good boy. But
Wow.
yeah, we're not gonna we won't talk much about him. We have another Echo on the list, so we'll talk about him more there. But I guess next is the main man, the main villain. We have Soko.
Soko was an S tier.
Does Soko still belong in S tier?
I mean, I don't think his character was. I mean, he did get down batted, apparently, you know.
Ah man, Soko had some moments
Yeah,
though.
yeah, he
I
did.
mean, he might have had a last moment, but yeah, he had some
Yeah,
moments.
yeah. I don't think his character, was brought down anyway because of him, R.I.P. Silky, but maybe, who knows? You never know.
Nah,
But
man, he got caught up in his emotions, and man, it is what it is. Cause I mean, he's still a nasty character though. He had this gas scene, like he's just yeah, like yeah. So it's Soko, Soko doing Soko things. Yeah, like this gas scene in Act 3 really just kind of like you know reinforces him as just a boss. Like, stop playing with him, bro. Like, so crazy. The only person I can mess with Soko is Jinx, and that's only because he sees her as a daughter. So that guy's solid. That guy's solid. That's
funny how that ended, but yeah, all good.
and yeah, Jinx didn't mess with him. Shot him. Okay,
This
hey,
guy
it is
got
what it
put
is, man.
down. All right, don't be aiming at my sister. All good, man.
All right,
Yeah,
next
I'm
is your
sorry.
boy.
I'm sorry.
The Wonder of Tomorrow.
I'm sorry. Jace is going in S
Hey,
tier, man.
is there a tier now? All
Listen,
right.
listen.
I guess you're explaining.
He was already in A tier before, and then Act 3 came out, and let's be honest here, okay? Like, this guy literally is built like the most perfect human being ever. He's out here building hammers. Sweating. I bet all the females love that scene. He's just got the abs out.
I love the scene too.
Oh, okay.
I don't even like guys. Boy, that man's hard at work. Let that man stress.
I think his character development is actually like one that like we didn't talk
Top.
about it much, but it's actually crazy because this guy was literally on the verge of offing himself, and
Facts.
and then after Act 3, he was on that same verge again after what happened, but I think I can't put him below S tier at this point because of what I just watched. And if you disagree, that's fine. But this is where I think he goes.
No, I agree. I was gonna mention it anyway. Yeah, Jace. Yeah, Jace's character. Oh, Jace is better than Soko.
For sure.
Okay. Um, yeah. So Jace as a character has definitely grown. Like, but besides Jinx, he definitely has like one of the best character arcs in the show. They really did Jace pretty well. His yeah, again, from about to kill himself to making weapons to kill others, like it's a good, that's a good play. And he went from nothing to the most important man in Piltover, and that's not just because like, it's his charisma, like his ability to, you know, coerce people, with his good charms. I guess good looks. I guess. I mean, I can't say I guess. I mean, Mel. Yeah.
You?
You know, bagged Mel, and made a made his hammer. We finally got to see his hammer in the show. He's a very complex character. He wants to do things on his own, but I think by the end of Act 3, he realized like, yo, I need help.
So, I mean, they were making it seem like this guy had never fought before, but in that fight scene, it looked like he knew what he was doing, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, I don't know what. I don't know what was helping him
all
out.
them years of making them hammers, man, they really paid off.
Oh yeah, that guy's. No, yeah, he definitely was doing his thing in the fight. Like, he wasn't. You can tell he's not as, experienced as like Vi. Like he ain't like doing the little flip that Vi did, over the Chemtech thing. Like that, he ain't doing none of that. But his movements are pretty. They're slight. They're very, low key. But they're heavy. Boy, like that first attack when he swung the hammer around and then swung it around again to hit the. Like, hey, like, no, yeah, like that guy. Jace's character is very there's just a lot of aspects of his character that were touched on in the show, and he was definitely like fleshed out like probably a lot more than most characters aside from Jinx. So Jace is S tier. Like, I'm surprised just how well they made Jace look, just in general as a character. Like, that's crazy. Like Jace, I feel like Riot wanted to really give Jace some credit here in this show. I really think his play rate's gonna increase in the game. Yeah, Jace definitely did his thing for sure. I guess now we have our girl Caitlyn.
She was an A tier, man.
About Caitlyn.
But,
yeah, we did have her in A tier in our previous tier list. But what do you believe that she belongs?
I think she goes in B tier, man. This act, she was being very she was trying to be useful, but without her gunman, like she's just not the same, man. It shows.
Yeah.
Ever since she gave up her gun, literally useless. Well, not.
Yeah, I don't even think she shot. Well, she tried to shoot, but I don't even think she shot anything actually in Act 3. That's kind of like her whole like. It's not her whole character, but that's like her whole like, I guess, usefulness like in combat and all that stuff. Like I think in Act 3 she kind of takes a background position like behind Vi, kind of as like the supportive type. Which I don't think is bad. It's just that as a character, like her character development like kind of like relies on Vi's character development, and of course Vi definitely like evolved and improved in this act. It does allow Kate to sit up into a back seat. B tier's okay. I can't say. I want to say Kate's better than Young Echo though.
Okay, it's fair.
I'm okay with that. But yeah, Caitlyn, very a supportive character, like not a bad character at all. Like these are the types of characters that make other characters really well, like really good, and I don't mind Caitlyn taking that back seat. Maybe in another season we'll see more of Kate, but Caitlyn, yeah, pretty solid character. She definitely did a lot of stuff for Vi in this act 2. There's a lot of relationship situations like with these two, and I think she's really good for Vi, and in a lot of ways, not just I guess in a relationship, but just as a friend, like it's a very, very good friendship between them two. But yeah, and now we got my boy Firelight Echo, Adult Echo. He goes into A, you say?
Well,
okay.
I believe he's a better character than Caitlyn and Echo, so
okay.
I'm merely putting him here based off of what we have down.
Okay.
And like I said, I think in the other video he was
Yeah,
robbed of screen
yeah,
time. Obviously, if he
yeah.
had more screen time, he low key probably would be higher. You know, 'cause this guy's dope, man.
No, just look at him, man. Like, bro.
Bro, that
Like in
fight
the
that he had with Jinx, dude. Oh my
yeah.
god.
Even before that, just like even like his reveal, like we already knew it was Echo, but like him, like I don't know, like the face paint on him, like the way, like his like the way that he carries himself, like he reminds me of like I don't know, like he's just just the way he carries himself is so like it's just dope. Like yeah, like the fight with Jinx, he like kind of like tilts his head up, like boy, stop playing with me. You feel me?
And
Like
then the
I don't know.
conversation he had with Vi, like people
Yeah, that was so
change.
like
It was so
no, yeah, it
emotional,
was
man.
so yes, yeah, such an
It was
emotional
pulling on
moment.
the heartstrings for sure.
No, yeah, he definitely leveled up. Like, and think of it, he was already like a nasty character to begin with. But yeah, he leveled up, and he doesn't even have his powers yet. Like, no, that's so crazy. Like, he had the little stop for you League fans. Like, he had the little watch he has in his hand is that stopwatch you use, before you get Zonya's hourglass. Like, he had that, which allowed him to, I guess, use his power kind of. But like, like he doesn't have his hextech weapon yet. Everyone else has their hextechs, and he doesn't, and he's still an A tier. Like that just that's us telling you that this guy is dope. Like, yeah, this Echo's just hot. He had a little a little music video in the beginning. Like, boy, yo. Well, yeah, like yeah, we're Firelight Echo A tier. A tier.
And
Next
then
is Victor.
I'll let you decide, Victor, man.
Ah, okay. Let's see. Well, let me explain. Let me talk about him first. Yeah, so Act 3 Victor's he's a lot more in Act 2, like he was very, to himself, trying to focus on trying to figure out like how he's gonna, live.
I mean,
uh
that's literally his whole character, though. I mean,
yeah,
I
and
can't. I don't really have a
and
problem with it, but it is kind of like, okay, man, like we get it, man. Like you want to live, like that's what it is.
yeah, Act 3 kind of turned what Victor's character was in Act 2 like up to 100. This guy gets like it looks like he gets like virtually just like obsessed with the hex core and scientific progression and all this stuff. He's trying to get his limp to go away, stuff like that. And he succeeded at the cost of absolutely absorbing his assistant. Like that scene was actually crazy. Like like she just kind of
Yo, I'm not kept the way he hit the shimmer in his cane.
oh no, yeah, hey, that guy's from Zaun.
Yeah, man, he learned that from the hood for sure.
That guy is from Zaun. Heimerdinger, man, take notes. You feel me? Like, yes, sir. That's a Zaunite for you. Let me stop. But no, yeah, like he, very low key about it. But okay, there was a good scene. I would the scene where he actually like tries out his leg for the first time. Like that's nice. Like you can see the he's happy. Like that was a good scene. And also we can't talk about Victor without talking about Jace and their relationship. Um, it kind of improves this act, I believe. Victor at a point in time wanted to jump off, wanted to commit not living,
You mean
and
Jace? Yeah,
no, Victor tried to too. Well, yeah, but it was like a parallel scene
yeah.
because like Jace did it in Act 1, and then Victor was gonna do it in Act 3, and then Jace hit him with the line, to bring it back to reality. So yeah, like again, you know how like Kaylin is a supporting character for Vi. I think Victor is a great supporting character for Jace. I think Jace's character is improved simply because Victor is with him. I think Jace's character is just better when he's around Jace, and Vi's character is definitely better when she's around Kaylin. Um, I don't want to give him C tier though. I'll give him B, but he'll be at the lowest, so he'll be behind Young Echo. But yeah, definitely if he succeeded in his, I guess, transformation or whatever, I would probably say A. And maybe if he transformed into wherever he's trying to get to, and then actually did something like physically, like in the act, maybe like he was in a fight or something and helped out Jace or something. Like if there was a team up with Jace and Victor fighting, yeah, like that guy goes in A tier. But he like I said, definitely took the role of supporting character. It looks like B tier is definitely the supporting character tier. Because even Echo was a supporting character, or Young Echo was a supporting character in Act 1. So Um, yeah, but yeah, Victor. I think he's a solid character. Definitely an average character. I definitely believe he belongs in D tier. So we have Finn. Um,
He tried it.
well, yeah.
He tried it, man. He definitely tried it. Okay, this guy's
Yo,
whole purpose was trying to get Savika to betray Silco. I guess he thought he succeeded, man. And let me tell you, it
the
didn't work
way
out.
the way that the trailer kind of made him look, it made him look like a like disgusting, like a nasty, like I love this guy's design. Like I can't even, you know what I'm saying? Like just the little mouthpiece he has on him, like the over exaggerated coat that he definitely doesn't need. Like I like it. Like it kind of shows like confidence, that type of stuff. So I was thinking that he was gonna show up in the show and do his thing. But then he just got, you know, sat down by Soko. Yo, this guy went from talking his talk, you feel me? Like talking trash to like begging for air. My man said, "I'm sorry, please," on the ground. Goofy.
This
Yo,
guy
okay,
Silco
can we
took
just
a breath from the
yeah,
mask and then gave
he
it to
took a
him.
puff of the mask and dropped it on his chest. Like, buddy, like you don't belong here. Like you're not in the same lane. Obviously, he's an S tier. Why are you trying to overtake him? But yeah, like he tried it. He came in strong and went out weak. Very weak.
He really,
Um,
this guy said, Silco, you die tonight. And then got smoked.
yeah. No, yeah, like just got his neck slit. Like what? And then thrown away. This guy died. This guy was in the show for like an hour tops. But yeah, we wanted to include him here. Well, I mean, for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons because we wanted someone to be in D tier. We already thought that he was gonna be in D tier. Like, come on now, like he's Finn. And oh yeah, and he keeps flicking his stupid like, dude, like
then,
you're not cool.
and then
Like,
they used it to light Silco's cigar at the end after they killed him.
yeah, goofy. Right, like that's so. He's such a goofy. Like whatever, bro. Like, hey, it is what it is. D tier it is.
And
Man.
then Silco told the lady in the background, I would have had your son killed for this, so I guess we're good.
Hey
Oh
yo.
my goodness. Yeah,
I
so
like how look half confident Soko was in that scene. He's like, yeah, I believe in loyalty. I'm shaking a little bit, but she's got it. You know. All right, whatever. Well, let's talk about
I mean, there's not really
Dang
much
man,
to add.
I'm so sad, man.
There's
Like,
not really much to
Vander.
add to Vander at the present moment because he was only in like the
Yeah,
first
he's
act.
Josh. I know, yeah.
So
It's just that like his character like held so much weight that it still persists throughout the first act. Like,
yeah, he had
um,
the little flashback moment with Vi at the
right,
bar.
right. Yeah, like you just love him. Like you can't just not.
I mean,
Yeah, like
at the end of the act, they did tease Warwick or whoever Sins was working on that looked like Warwick, I guess.
yeah, it was like
If Vander is
a
Warwick,
wolf claw.
because I don't know, but
No, yeah, people are definitely saying that. There's a lot of parallels to Vander and Warwick. There's a lot of voice lines in League of Legends that lead to like Warwick knows Vi and Jinx in League when Warwick says things about them. I guess their past, and it's very
I,
interesting.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Maybe we take Vander down A tier because he was S tier because of the first act.
But just
There's been two more acts since then,
but
and
Justin,
we're being very biased. We're putting him there for
no, we're
sure.
not. Justin, like, okay, are we saying now? I love Echo, but are we saying that Vander?
He's ahead of him.
No, but okay, I just don't think he's in the same tier as Firelight Echo. Firelight Echo was only here for one act, just like Vander.
I mean, yeah, but
And Firelight Echo is A tier. You feel me? Like, I can't. I don't know. I think he's S tier, but at the end of it, for sure. Yeah, I don't think Vander goes anywhere. Like, he just left such a strong impression from the first act. Like, I mean, it's not biased. He's just a good character. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I do love Echo though, but like, no, yeah, Vander definitely like held it down, like all the way down in Act 1. Like, he held down everything in Act 1. So, oh my God. Wait, even you said, okay, now hold on. Even you said that Firelight Echo was better than Young Echo, and he is.
yeah, that's why he's ahead of him.
Oh my God.
But I just feel like
okay.
this tier is gonna start getting.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I like. Okay. All right, let's talk about Jinx.
Oh,
I guess we're gonna talk a lot about Jinx here. I okay,
she
Justin.
belongs here.
Jinx is the best character in the show. So yeah, let's go ahead and fix that. Yeah, okay, yeah. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Jinx talk. Yeah, Jinx carried the show. After she became Jinx. Every time she's on the screen, it's just you know, every time she's on the screen, like the biggest thing with Arcane is these characters are very multi-layered. And I think Jinx is a perfect personification of that. She's just really interesting. Um, she killed her friends and sided with Silco because of it, and you know, doesn't want to be seen as weak. But it's just but she's very vulnerable. Like there's so much like she's so layered. Like she's just so layered. Like she's not. See, you could just say, "Oh, Jinx is crazy," if you wanted to describe her in one word. But that's just not even true. Cause I mean, yeah, she is, but she's also like really smart. Since she, cracked the hextech code in like, a couple days. She's an amazing engineer. Even Victor said that she was. Victor's nasty, like insane, and he's like, oh, they're like, oh, do you think that someone from Zaun could crack the hextech? Yeah, that's a stretch. What? He's, in his way, Mr. Elite. Boy, get showed. It's almost a Mr. Elite. Like what? Nah, Jinx is, yeah, a very intelligent character. She's an intelligent character. Like she consistently finesses characters in the show, consistently. She even finessed Milo and Clagger. Like you feel me? Like she's been finessing for quite some time. Like she's a very smart, intelligent character. She's crazy though. And she kind of just runs. She kind of just runs the show. And that ending scene, like at the table, like that has gotta be that's one of the best scenes in the show. Like that's crazy. Like yeah, she just has everything going for her. I don't know. I mean, she also kind of nuked Piltover. Like, how is she not the best character in the? Like, what? Like, her body count is just like so high. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't expect Jinx to like straight up kill people because I didn't think that she was inherently a bad.
Yeah, dude, she definitely got the most kills in the show.
Yeah, yeah. MVP, play the game. Since the nuke, yeah, like all that. Yeah, that's.
She's about to drop it.
Crazy.
I wonder what her kill death ratio is, man. My goodness.
What were you gonna say? She was gonna drop a nuke? She already did.
Yeah, that's how she got it. It's crazy.
My God, no, yeah, like
Silco was the last kill.
No, well, I guess yeah, technically, yeah. This gun, Silco, like sit down, idiot. Sit down, father. But yeah, anyway, yeah, Jinx is. There's so much to talk. There's so much to say about Jinx that it's just so like, yeah, she's like the Silco was talking in Act 1 about how you want to be the fear, what people fear. Like everybody fears Jinx. Like people talk about Jinx like she's like Leviathan or something. Like, oh, give me Jinx. Oh, we have to stop. Like they don't even know what she looks like. They're just like Jinx.
Yeah,
Jinx.
Lily offered the independence
of Zaun
for Jinx.
For Jinx. Like you see what I'm saying? Like that is. Yeah, like her characters that like, and again, I would not stress this enough. Jinx's character is improved by the fact that Powder was so awful. So, yeah, it's just so crazy to see that they're even the same person. Like Powder is like the most kindest person ever, and Jinx is like not. But yeah, the closure she got with Vi, like it kind of looked like, oh, she sided with. I didn't really think about this, but when she does her little scene where she sits in the Jinx chair, which by the way, a really cool scene. She just looks amazing. But I think that's her siding with Silco, even though because she killed him. So it's like, oh yeah, right? Because she sits in the Jinx chair instead of the Powder chair, and the nukes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they're not on good terms. I wouldn't. Oh wait, hold on. We're missing something. Can we? Are we not gonna talk about her shimmer dash? Like, bro, like.
She's acting all scared, and then out of nowhere, Caitlyn gets put on the floor.
Yeah, she just shimmer dashed like faster than bullets, and yeah, she is insane. we're not gonna go on for too long about her. Yeah, Jinx, S tier, best character in the show. I mean, what else could you possibly say about her? So I guess next is the sister,
Hey man,
Vi.
listen, I wanted to throw in S tier last time, so I'm gonna let you put her where you want, but starting from A tier, obviously. But yeah.
I think she belongs in A tier. I think she belongs right there actually. Cause okay, again, and we've had this problem before in our tier list before with Arcane. There are so many good characters in the show. That even a character like Vi, you know what I'm saying? Like Vi has been solid, unchanged, solid. Like all three acts. She's been in all three acts and done her thing in all three acts. She's spearheaded majority of the action in the show. You know, her fight scene with Jace,
Hmm.
like, like what? She gets her goblins for the first time. She's doing, you know, 720, 1080 flips midair, like in a fraction of a second. It's we talked about how like the fight scenes in the show are animated to look and feel very heavy. So seeing Vi move that fast makes it feel that much faster. Um, yeah, Vi, you know, she's the spearhead of the action. We get some character development with she's very vulnerable in this act. With Caitlyn, with Jinx, Vander even. And yeah, like solid character overall. Like I mean, there's not much to talk about her per se, specifically because again, like we see her more often fighting, right? And we love to see Vi fight. Um, yeah, I love her like fighting style. Like I love the fact that she has the gauntlets. Like it's just so cool. I love the parallel between Vander and Vi. Like they kind of both have like the gauntlet type. You know, they're kind of the same fighter. Like that's really cool. It's kind of like Vander's living inside within Vi. So I think Vi is like solid, like right next to Vander for sure.
And we already talked about Powder.
Right. Yeah. Our explanation for why we believe she's in C tier is simply because she can't be in D tier because of her, just like she kind of well in Act One, like the whole emotional roller coaster that she was going through is not something to be thrown away. Um, and it also again kind of even though they're the same character, she kind of serves as a supporting character to Jinx. Her being she's just a supporting character that's really bad, you know, like Echo, Kaylin, you know, and Victor. Like they're supporting characters that are good, you know, but like Powder is not a supporting character. You know, she actually reduced the character count in the show by what 2? Yeah, you know.
It'll work this time.
And she thought she was doing something. Did my bombs work? Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, she belongs to C tier for sure. She's definitely better than Finn. Finn, well, low key, I think Powder beats Finn in a fight. Not even gonna cap to you. I think she'll accidentally kill him with the hextech bombs, but. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, we won't talk much about her, but yeah, for sure, definitely belongs in C tier. We have Marcus next.
Marcus was in B tier.
He was.
Um, listen,
Ah,
I kind of like Marcus's character, you know, even though he had down bad at this act as well. You know, this girl,
this guy got disarmed.
this girl Jinx really going
You
through
hear
it.
it? You hear me? He got disarmed.
Yeah, man. He couldn't even finish his last statement. Like, tell my daughter and then died. Like, wow. Like, holy.
With his
Wow.
eyes open. No, yeah. Unfortunately, though, he seemed to be like he seemed to be set up to be like a really cool
Like, it
character.
seems
under
like he
Soko.
had no choice but to do what Soko was telling him.
Right, of course, because you know his daughter. You know, I don't know who. Okay, buddy. Like we're all right. Anyway, but yeah, it sucks. You know that he got you know spit on. It was cool how he got spit on though. This guy died to a fly, but you know a bomb fly, I guess. But you know, yeah. I mean, I think he's still a strong character. I want to say, do you believe he's better than Victor?
As a character, I mean, I think I
I'm
more
gonna pass.
closely like if both of these characters were to like fall off a bridge.
You would care more about Victor or Marcus?
I think I'd care more about Marcus just because they were showing why that he was doing what he was doing. It
Really?
wasn't for like a selfish reason. Well, it was at first, and then
Huh.
it got real. Because when you get involved in crime, your family gets involved, and Soko was not playing.
Huh.
Had he lived throughout this act, maybe 'cause with Soko gone,
Ah,
this guy maybe levels up. But
I don't know. I care a lot about Victor though. Like I like Victor's character, even though he, you know, again, like he's kind of on his own in his own like side story, but like I mean, I liked Marcus kind of as that, that I guess like that side villain. Um, but Jinx kind of chalks him. Um, but yeah, I think, I'm okay with B tier. I think B tier is pretty hot for Marcus. All right, now we have Mel. Oh man. Yeah. Maybe I'll let you do this one. I mean, Mel's hard because Mel's really good. you know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, tell me. Talk to me. Like, what's up? What's
All
up
right,
with Mel,
all
man?
right, man. So we were in love with Mel from the start. Okay, like
Yeah.
we both saw that Mel was really a good character at doing what she needed to do to get what she wanted, and
Oh, I thought you were gonna say pretty. Sorry.
okay, I don't think we
Go
have to
ahead.
say that, man. We already know this. Okay, she's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
She,
yeah,
she
yeah,
she's beautiful, man. Like,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
we learn that she can be vulnerable when she's
Mm,
around the people that taught her, I guess,
right.
or raised her. Because the scene with her mom, and she's like, "Stay away from Jace," mm,
Over mad.
like Lily
That's
crying,
true.
and then like she told the people to leave, but they didn't leave until the mom told them to leave. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like that.
Yeah. I guess you can see why. Yeah. Like, and they do talk about it, but like, you can kind of understand like why Mel kind of is the way she is because she's a Noxian that isn't Noxian enough. She doesn't possess the brute strength that her mom has. Her mom doesn't have just brute strength. Like that's something else. But yeah, like she doesn't possess that brute strength. She has this diplomatic mind. She's always about talking out things and stuff like that. And they have this scene where her mom is talking about how she's being weak or weakening the people around her because he's trying to be a good person. Like Mel is trying to be
Yeah,
fair, trying to be good, and people who need to make hard decisions have a hard time doing that because Mel is always reminding them of I guess, the consequences. And we can kind of see a parallel with that with Jace. And I think Mel kind of noticed that it was that she was doing this thing again with Jace because Jace wanted to sign a
yeah,
peace treaty with Zaun, and that's because of Mel. And she's looking like, dang, dude, like I did it to him too, And because at first he wanted to fight,
and they
but
showed
yeah,
like
dude,
this background story where her mom asked her what should she do with a girl that they caught,
yeah, and she's like,
and
oh, send a message, it's
no, it's
okay.
like send her back, remove her
Yeah,
of her possessions and send her to
yeah,
the far cities or something like that. And then
yeah.
her mom's
And
like, behead. Yeah, you can't be,
yeah,
you
and then
can't
her
show
head
any
falls off.
mercy. And like, wow.
Yeah, she just doesn't think like that.
Yeah.
But I just think that just adds another layer to her character. She's just very multifaceted, very multi-layered.
I mean, I would say
Um,
she belongs either back S or
we had her
top
at S
or
before.
no, we had her in A. I would say she belongs back, like the farthest back at
Back of
S,
S.
or top of A. And those are my decisions, man. But
Mm,
I'll let you decide.
ah, yeah. I don't know. I think if she was ever in A tier, she would be there. But um, I don't know. I think she might deserve S. I'm not sure. Yeah, I just think she's just been solid. Like, in Act Two, she was in A tier, and the whole thing was, oh, like
Yeah.
she's so good, and she's still not S tier, but yeah, she's S tier now. Like, we got her backstory, and now we understand more about her character, which makes her decisions and thought processes and the way she acts makes so much more sense to us. And I think we're just very in tune with her character at this point, to the point where we just understand, we just know like how she is, and her character is very solid. And seeing her vulnerable too just kind of filled her character out. Now she's not just this like over tough, highly diplomatic character. Like she's a character that has a vulnerability, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, definitely S tier. At the end of S tier, like it was a hard list.
Okay.
Uh,
And then we have Sevica. Okay. Now, if we're talking about Sevica, okay. Honestly, like I didn't think she would be a main character, but the the close relations with Silco and like her hate for Jinx,
Yeah.
and then her battles with Vi, I think she just has to be included on this list because she those scenes were very important. Yeah, what
Yeah. So what do you think? I mean, I don't think my thing. I want to say A tier next to Vi.
yeah,
I think that she serves as a really good side villain to some of our important characters here.
yeah,
I love her relationship with Vi and Jinx and Silco. I love that she's loyal to Silco even when Finn tried to.
yeah. I think that
Well,
was like the most important scene, where it's like she had the
very strong scene.
opportunity to like
Yeah,
take over Soko's spot more or less,
and still didn't.
and chose to murder this guy in front of Soko, scaring him to death. But
He's
Soko,
sneaking.
Soko was shook, dude.
Hey, but he believed. Never stop fighting. Never stop fighting. Well,
This guy was
yeah.
out of breath.
So we don't know much about her, but she's definitely served as a really good character. For all three acts. Because she kind of started out, with Vander.
Yeah, she
and
kind of
kinda
reminds
switched
me
over.
of Mel's mom.
Ah, I see.
Because
Maybe she's
remember
pronounced
the conversation that she had with like Vander, which is like, "You're being weak."
Called her weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, called her weak. Called him weak. No, yeah. I mean, I guess she just sides where the power is, and she believes that Silco has the power. But she's loyal, and that's cool. Maybe she learned loyalty after, like, kind of leaving Vander and going to Silco. But yeah, definitely, it's a cool character. We don't know much about her, like, pretty mysterious on who she is, but for some reason, like, she was in all three acts, and like her fights with Fire, that's a highlight. Like you can't, like that's a highlight. Hey, you can't forget the flying knee kick. You feel me? Like she ate that, by the way. Like she ate it. Yeah, I mean, and maybe she did lose this time, but oh yeah, her sword, cool.
Yeah, she's like a
Hello?
lightsaber, like
Yeah,
she's
pretty
like
cool.
upgrading herself every act.
No, yeah, right. Yeah, like yeah, we can't knock on her. Like she's a solid character. We have one more. Our favorite.
The clown of
Mr.
the show,
Jaime.
man.
Mr. Jaime.
Hey man, he went back to the hood, man.
I think so yeah, so yes, on this channel we do clown Heimerdinger. Not because he's a bad character, but because some of the things he does are very interesting. As a character though, like he has a good heart, and he wants to like do good and whatever, that type of stuff. But I guess he doesn't really see the human side of things because he's a Yordle and he's been on the Earth for too long. So it's kind of like it's difficult for him to look at things like from a perspective of people who don't have all the time in the world to figure things out.
Yeah, because like when Echo told him, like, you don't give people what they need to survive. You give them what they need to live, and
Exactly.
I think that
And he just
he
didn't
felt
understand
that.
that.
I think he felt that. Well, finally understood it.
Well, yeah, fine. You're right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like he actually like kind of gets it. Heimer will. Well, of course, if there's ever a season 2, I believe Heimer will become a much better character because at the end we saw him working with Echo, which means that I guess kind of confirms that Heimerdinger will help Echo make his like time. I don't know what it's called, but like Echo's like, I guess like weapon that he uses, the little time hourglass thing that he uses to turn back time with. So that's obviously scientific. I mean magical. So I think he will eventually start to, incorporate that into his scientific discoveries. But so far I think Echo belongs in C tier above Jinx, or not Jinx. Sorry, Powder. Mix the two up, man. Yeah, we gotta give it to him. He went back to the hood. He wanted to help out the brothers and the sisters. Now, granted, he got pushed to the side, and he tried to help this little girl by giving her like a little top, and then he got egoed by the girl's mom. So sorry, but
This guy was
yeah.
walking around the hood with the hoodie on, man.
No, so just currently in this act, just Heimer's just really, really down bad, and that's just gonna make his come up, his glow up all the better.
Yeah, man, he has 1,000 years to do it, so.
Right, you literally can't. Yeah.
It only took him 300 years to realize you can't give people just what they need to survive for them to live, man. All good, man.
It must be destroyed. All right. All right. Well, is this the final tier list? Are we satisfied with this tier list? You're trying to pull someone out of S tier. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? You can't move Silco. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, there's just so many scenes. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I think you're just forgetting. Like, that guy.
I'm trolling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no way, dude. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think this is it.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I think I definitely agree too. Hey, look, I mean, if anyone of you guys are watching and you believe that a character should be in a different tier, you might want to, comment down below, But if you agree with it, that's fine, Just make sure you leave a like and subscribe.
Hey man, 95% of y'all that watch this aren't subscribed, so y'all could just hit that subscribe button or something and help our numbers out a little bit. That'd be dope.
We literally stare at YouTube Studio all day.
Looking at analytics, man, it's all good.
Yeah, but
Hey man, we'll take the clicks though. If you don't want to subscribe, just make sure you click every time you see it. It's all good, man.
With that being said, make sure you do those things that we just mentioned. We'll catch you guys later. We don't know exactly what show or game or anime we would do next.
We're making Chris play the COD campaign. That's what's next.
COD Vanguard.
Yeah. Man.
Well, yeah. With that being said, we will catch you guys later. Bye.